Fox News alert now. In just a few hours, President Trump will stress the fight against radical Islam in a major speech to the Muslim world. So what approach should he take? Here to weigh in, our foreign policy panel, founder of the Republican Muslim Coalition, Saba Ahmed, along with former U.S. Army Intel officer Andrew Peek and former U.S. Navy SEAL Carl Higbee. We woke all of them up early this morning to dive into this. Carl, I want to start with you. Are you looking for strength from this president? Do you think that he might approach this with a softer edge when he's standing face to face with these leaders today?
Well, I think, he came off with a lot of strength when he got off the plane without a bow, unlike President Obama. As also, Melania did not wear a headscarf. The other thing, too, is he's trying to divide this from any type of religion. He's trying to divide this amongst people who want to destroy society as we know it and people who want to maintain it. So I think this is a very important speech for him, not in the sense of religion, but in the sense that he's making the clear division between terrorism and people who want to survive without it.
Saba, are you looking for the president to talk to the people or talk around the people who are perverting this faith, the people who have been trying to co-opt Islam? Are you looking for him to address those people?
Exactly. I'm really looking forward to President Trump's speech. I think he will send a strong message to the Islamic world that we want trade deals, we want to create American jobs, and we want to work together to fight terrorism. I think, he has strong American leadership behind him, and he's projecting that around the world, and that's why he's gotten such a presidential welcome in the Muslim world. I think he will make amends with the Muslim leadership. He's going to be making tremendous trade deals with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, and many other Islamic countries, and I think that's all good for America and American jobs.
Andrew, you think that this speech is secondary to the optics that we've already seen over the past 24 hours, that he has already had a successful trip. So you think this speech is secondary to what we've been seeing on the screen?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
Absolutely. The trip has been such a success so far in the sense of announcing the arms deal with Saudi Arabia, announcing the investment deal, and it's such a symbol of reassurance to the Saudis about their #1 pressing concern, which is Iran. And it's a reassurance that America under Trump will not continue the Obama policy of tilting towards Iran in things like the Syrian civil war and the Iranian nuclear deal. So it's a win so far, regardless of what he says today.
Carl, I want to read an excerpt of today's speech. We already got a little bit of this, and I'll put this up on the screen. This is not a battle between different faiths, different sects, or different civilizations. This is a battle between barbaric criminals who seek to obliterate human life and decent people of all regions who seek to protect it. This is a battle between good and evil. What do you make of that?
Yeah, well, I think this is something that if President Trump can engage the Saudi government, the Saudi military forces to really go after ISIS, Barack Obama really didn't engage them that much. And what we want to see here is them taking a major lead, a Muslim country taking a major lead in the fight against terror. If we can do that, we can more effectively win this war. We also have to be careful, though, like Andrew was saying about the Iran-Syria alliance there, because what is Saudi Arabia going to do once ISIS is complete? They're probably going to go after Assad. So we have to be careful to not get too involved with the Assad side, because I think that's another nation-building rat hole.
Oh, it's very difficult. Saba, I want to get your take on Melania Trump yesterday. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you. Much has been made of the fact that she didn't wear a headscarf there on the tarmac. What do you make of that, and how important was that?
Well, I think she looked beautiful as always. I think she sent a strong message as a first lady, regardless of her headscarf. I think she wore beautiful dresses at all the ceremonies, and I think we need to look beyond just the headscarf. It's just a symbolic gesture. Whether she wears it or not, it's her personal choice. But I think, as a first lady, she did a fabulous job.
But Andrew, that region looking for strength and leadership from the United States, no?
No, it absolutely is, and things like dancing with the Saudis, things like obviously having a very close personal relationship is something that conveys strength and conveys symbolism. I do think, however, there's a danger that the Saudis' own culpability for their links to radical Islamic extremism is something that's going to be swept under the rug. because when we talk about extremism, when Tillerson yesterday talked about extremism, he linked it to Iran, not specifically the Sunni Arab nations who are kind of linked to it through sub-state groups like wealthy individuals. So I think that's something that really needs to be addressed.
Well, the president, when he was campaigning, was not shy on criticizing Saudi Arabia for that exact message that you just brought up, Andrew. Saba, Andrew, and Carl, thanks all for waking up early with us on this Sunday. We appreciate you joining us ahead of this speech. Thanks.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
All right, next